Welcome to Just Us Men. We're back from our spring break. Hope everybody had a good time as well. We have a great show for you guys. We'll be talking about Jonathan's spring break vacation and the stressful time he had with that, as well as potty training our kids and the fun adventures we have with that as well. Sit back, grab a drink, and let's go.
Always go hard with this school. Welcome to the show, let's make moves. Nothing's gonna stop us, it's not to get rough. Turn the whole room up, it's never enough. Let's go, 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 let's go.
All right, welcome to Just Us Men. Like always, we got my man Jonathan, who wears short shorts, Pedro, and I'm Jason.
My man.
So, all right, man, dude, your watch has been like shining in my eye this entire time. That's the first time I've ever seen you wear that type of watch. So, were you high rolling today?
So, you know, as you guys know, I hit 10 years recently,
Congratulations,
last
man.
month
That's
in
awesome.
my business.
Your wife gave you something fancy?
It does look like a woman's watch. I have a woman's blouse that goes with that.
And he's got red high heels. We got a whole fit.
All the viewers are going to be like, okay, what show did I just walk into?
You know, just being 10 years, there's little keepsakes that I've came across throughout my years and little things I have, like a lot of decorations I have in my office and in my home study I've found in trunks of a car or got
That's
back
amazing.
on a repo. Their 30 days came and went. They didn't claim their belongings. So at that point, they're mine or trash, whatever I see fit.
Oh, wow.
So this watch
crazy.
actually, it has intrinsic value. And I wore it just for this. This is actually like my second time to wear it. Yeah, right when I was first starting out, it was maybe my third car I ever purchased, third or fourth. It was a 1999 flat black Nissan Altima
Oh, nice.
Wow.
from
There you go.
Montgomery County,
Okay.
right? It was on Craigslist for 12 or 1300 bucks. Went to these people's house. It was theirs. They signed title over to me. I bought it. And like I said, this is when I was first starting. It wasn't a dealership. This was just me through college, you know, just flipping cars.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So I went, it was loaded down. It was trashed, right? And they were like, we're not taking nothing out. I mean, that's all yours. Just trash it. I said, that was taken into account when we priced it so low. I was like, okay. So I bought it. We got back to the house. I was in the garage cleaning everything out, just, you know, trashing. I had maybe 300 pounds of costume jewelry in there.
Oh, good
Everything, just, you know,
That's
all
crazy.
tarnished, fake, just costume jewelry.
Right,
All it
right.
was. So I came across this watch. So it wasn't a whole watch at the time. The band was gone. It was just the face of the watch,
Okay.
right? Nothing else. So I picked it up and it said Rolex. And I said,
Yeah, right.
I just threw away 300 pounds of fake shit. This isn't a real
This
Rolex.
was
question.
Rolex, right.
Right.
So I looked on the back side of it. Let me show you. So it says,
It's going to be hard to read.
Charles, 19 years. I didn't say the
Okay.
second.
Yeah.
I can't read the name, but electric company. Thank you for 19 years
Oh,
of
sheesh, man.
So
working there.
Somebody did right.
I
Yeah.
said, what are the chances they had the back of a fake Rolex engraved, right?
Right.
Right.
So I took it to a jewelry shop
Yeah.
and still had, you know, low hopes. Because like I said, it was just the face. The bezel crystal was smashed on it. So you could just barely even see under it. And so I took it to him and I said, hey, what's the chances this is a real Rolex? So he looked, he was like, I got a couple day delay. I'll get back with you. I said, all right. So I was in class a couple days later. He gave me a call. He said, hey, just want to let you know the watch is 100% authentic.
Oh, wow.
It is a real watch.
That's crazy.
And I said, okay, so tell me more. He was like, so I can put a band on it for you. I can put an official Rolex band on it for like $2,000.
Oh,
Right.
shit.
Good.
Damn.
Or I can put
Damn.
a aftermarket band that
Yeah.
resembles Rolex
That worked
Right.
for me.
for like $300.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
I said, I don't own a business. I'm just selling cars on the side.
Yeah.
Give me a $300 band, right?
Right.
And then the crystal, I think it was like $500 to replace it. So I spent
Okay.
like $800 on it, right?
Okay, that's not
Okay.
bad, yeah.
So he said, when I picked it up, I was like, you know, tell me a little bit more about it. He was like, it's a 86, 84 Rolex Oyster. I don't even know how to say that perpetual something.
Okay.
He said it's about a $5,000 watch.
Nice.
Damn, bro.
I said,
That's awesome, bro.
Look at
okay.
you.
Okay.
He said we could buy it from you today for $3,000, and I said, I'll keep it. I'll keep
There
it.
it is.
But I have my own watches. I have plenty of my own watches, so I
Yeah.
don't wear it. But this is maybe my second time I've ever worn it.
That's
But
badass,
it's
man.
just a little keepsake.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
that's actually
That's
pretty
cool. I
awesome.
like that.
I made this watch is worth more than that 99 Ultima was.
No,
Right.
yeah, for sure.
I don't know if that Ultima's still running, but the watch is still working.
There it is.
That's crazy.
nice.
So, dude, that's a crazy, crazy story. So you found a watch back in the day that's worth about $5-6 grand.
I found it cleaning cars, and I just spent my entire work day today cleaning out 12 cars on my lot.
Did you find
So
another-
ain't much change in 10
Did you find-
years.
Still
At least you're
working,
still
man.
walking around with a $5,000 watch.
Oh, yeah, that.
So
It was a cool little
I'm
find.
surprised-
I'll
I'm
probably
sur-
never wear it again after today,
Yeah.
but it's
I'm
cool
surprised
to have.
Ariel haven't told you to pawn it yet.
We're okay.
This dude.
Speaking of cars, man, you had a nice summer. Spring break? Sorry, spring break.
Yep. Yep.
Nice,
Nice little-
20-hour
little-
car drive with your kids.
Just one way. That's in another 20 hours.
I mean,
back,
how-
but yeah,
how-
that's 40 hours.
Did you have enough of these on the drive?
No, it ain't too bad. I mean, I learned a long time ago. Whenever you go, take your time, man. It is going to be what it is. So I used to work in Florida, and I lived here. So when I used to travel, when I first started, and I went over there every couple months or whatever. And when I first started going, I was going as fast as I could, just speeding, hurrying, trying to go. And after a while, as it gets old, because you're always watching for cops, you're always doing that. And I said, you know what? Why am I rushing every time? Why am I speeding through this? This is my journey. Right? This whole thing's my journey. Why do I have to be that's the exciting part?
Yeah.
Why is this not exciting? So I took my time. I literally stopped all the freaking time, go walk around, go see something, and then finally get there. It didn't really matter.
Yeah.
So now doing those trips like that, well, I love seeing countryside anyway. With kids a little bit different. With 2 pregnant women a little bit different.
I mean, you had 2 pregnant women.
Yeah.
Who was the other pregnant woman?
That's my nephew's girlfriend.
Okay, you had 2 pregnant women.
Yep.
How many kids you had in the car?
Just my
Just
two.
you 2
Yeah,
kids.
and
Yeah.
my third flew over there. He was smart enough to say, "No, man, I'll meet you there."
So Nally and Jeffrey,
Yeah.
2 pregnant women.
Yep.
Driving.
So 2 cars though.
2 cars.
It was two separate cars.
2 separate
No,
cars.
yeah,
She didn't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
join you guys in your
No,
car.
no, there was a whole nother tribe behind us.
So you had like a caravan.
Yeah. No
Of
joke.
pregnant women
Trump,
and kids.
Trump would have kicked us out. Trump would have stopped us and kicked us out. But yeah, we had a little caravan working. Sure enough.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yeah.
So you had this going.
Yeah.
20-hour car drive. I mean, you guys take turns driving. You guys stay in hotels. Like, I mean,
So-
I've driven through states.
Yeah.
But you stay in hotels after 8-10 hours. You can't. I mean,
Yeah.
mentally, you just can't drive that far.
So I have driven it before all by myself, just straight. I don't know, 3 or 4 times, but
Jeez.
it is pretty miserable.
Yeah.
That it's not worth because really the last 3-4 hours, you're just hating life.
Right.
I mean, no joke. You just like I literally went through an exit when I thought I was awake, and when I woke up, I was exiting, and I was like, yeah. So no, I don't do that
That's your
anymore.
sign to get off the road.
It's my sign. Actually, I snapped out of it, slapped myself by the time I got back in the car because I was only like an hour away at that point.
Right.
But now, so like, this trip was good. I mean, it's pretty much the wife drive. Well, she used to never drive, but it was just normally just, one other kid maybe. Right. And, when they were little, when it was just us, I always drove.
Yeah.
When it became, we had Jeffrey, she, I still drive most of the time, but then she'd kind of chill out. But she gets car sick real easy. So she sits in the back, she's done. If she has to turn around, she's done. And once she gets car sick, it's hard for her to snap out of it. She just miserable after that. So she was driving most of the time, and I'm in the back just kind of dealing with the kids and whatnot. So,
Okay.
Does driving help with the car sick?
oh yeah, just being in the front.
Yeah.
She's fine.
Yep.
If she's driving, she's fine. If she's in the passenger seat, she's fine. If she's behind me, she's like this. Don't block my view.
Is
Don't block
she,
my view.
by any chance, claustrophobic?
No.
That's
She just gets it literally she'll just get car sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what we had to deal with. So, I mean, it's fine. It was fine. I don't mind dealing with kids or anything like that. It's just with the little ones, they literally are peeing all the time. The wives are literally peeing all the time. The pregnant women.
Being an older guy yourself, I thought you might.
I know,
you
might,
peed all the
you
time.
might need some stops.
Did you have one of the little porta potty things? You
We
peed in the
did.
back in a little soda bottle? Use a Gatorade, it's better.
Gatorade bottle,
the
right?
lips
Needed that
open,
on
you
a
know,
hunting
it's a-
trip.
Right. So no, my wife did actually buy some. We already had a porta potty already, just because we have a kid, and
Right.
we've stopped too many times on the side of the road for Jeffrey. Seriously, and it's just like when you're sitting on the side of the highway.
Hold on. You had a porta potty.
Yeah.
In the back of your like a little mini porta potty for the kids in the van.
It's foldable.
So what, you had like a little bag or something?
Yeah. So they come with bags.
I've never seen that
It's
before.
like a little trash bag.
So like hunting, I've been hunting before. You take, but you had that in the car
yeah. It's just a little foldable, and you open it up, you put a little bag in there, and you have them sit on it. Yeah.
while you're driving.
Well, okay. So normally we don't ever do it when we're driving.
No.
Right. But because we could pull over somewhere and just have them go in the car. Yeah, for sure. But like this one is just
that's risky.
No, I know. I mean, dude, seriously, they pee every like 5 minutes. I mean, you're never gonna get anywhere with these kids if they're seriously. So we had a little setup. When Katie's driving, she didn't have to pull out the car seat because she's all the way up there. But you put her right behind her. She, Natalie sits back there. She's chilling. She just like looking up at me, and Katie's like bump. It's like she catching everything. She's staying in one lane, ain't moving. It's just straight like that.
Oh my goodness, man.
So and then do that and put it back, and 5 minutes later she has to go potty again. So it's kind of the same thing. But with Jeffrey, I had a little hand urinal thing. I love it. Stand up, just pee in it, dude. Let's do it. All right, good. And
then use the same one.
So who held it when you had
it? Dude, I mean, seriously.
Did Katie do it one hand?
Even with the kids peeing every 5 minutes.
Flow Max where you went?
My man. All right, why are you calling me up? So no.
Did you go buy the story on those diapers? Because of your age.
Well, it depends.
Did you find like the 47-year-old ones?
Yeah, something like that. But no, seriously. So even with the kids peeing everywhere, the women still got to pee because they're both pregnant.
Right.
So is every quarter of a tank. I don't care how often I need to pee. Every quarter of a tank ain't it.
Exactly.
It's like, oh,
well, your kids potty trained now, right?
Yeah, Natalie did. Yes. So, yeah. I mean, for the most part, yeah. I mean, she was fine through the whole trip. Basically, we came back, and she's decided she wanted to start peeing, and I think she even peed in school once. And I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
I mean, she was fine the whole time. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, somewhat, kind of, sort of.
She said you got 20 hours of a ride out of me. You better be thankful that this happened at school.
You're right. I mean, because she could have definitely peed in the car.
Yeah.
I mean, 40. I remember it's 2 ways, man. It's 40 hours in the car. And again, she's just like, I gotta go potty. I'm like, I just sat you in your chair.
You were doing so you're in the van with the kids, with the wife.
You're in a van. No, not a van.
I was driving.
I'm thinking it's a van.
I was actually driving to work today, right? And I drove past a vehicle that looked like you guys's, and your vehicle isn't a common vehicle, right?
No, it's
so I was
not.
like, is that them? I was like, no, that's not them. And then right behind it was a minivan, right?
Okay.
And I was like, I wonder if that's what's next for the White household.
Seeing
as they've got another kid on the way.
Don't you Don't you have like a white van you could give them a discount on?
I have several vans.
See, there you go.
She won't do it.
I was thinking you'd be the one against it.
She won't.
You could
do
be
it.
a soccer dad. So you could be a soccer dad.
Would I do it? And I wouldn't be driving anyway. But I mean, it wouldn't matter to me. I don't really care.
Have y'all seen the kid carnivals?
I know. Yeah, those are good. Yeah.
Luxury.
Why not?
I mean, our brother has a van. So, and I was like, you ever think of it? No.
Really?
She's quick. Yeah, she's like, no.
Well, you're driving your truck, so you don't.
Yeah, what she's looking at now is like a Suburban or something like that.
That's the same thing. She said, "Why would I need a minivan when there's like a Denali out there?"
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's too bad because I was gonna like really good do some great stickers on your back of your van and just keep counting little stick figurines as they keep going.
You're running out of room on the back of your one if you did that. You gotta get the small fonts.
I'm getting up there in age, man. I can't have too many more kids. I mean, it still works and all. I'm just saying. I'm still good to go, but I am a little older.
Craziest thing about that, I think I sent y'all a screenshot. Every time.
Wait, hold on. What are we doing? What doing? Screenshot.
If I did get it, it was pixelated. It was small. So
since this guy talked about low testosterone on YouTube, right?
Oh, you got ads all the time.
Every single video. I was at my lot a few days ago, and it just never fails. I was looking up, you know, we had just had an oil change on a car, so we needed to reset the maintenance light. I Googled like how to reset maintenance light on 2012 Avalon or something. Ad pops up. Tired of low T?
Nice.
And I'm like, I watched this video supporting my man over here on our podcast. My testosterone is fine.
Yeah.
But I get those advertisements all the time.
When was the last time you got it checked?
You know, fortunately, I've had no warning signs.
Okay.
To need to get checked.
You
Fortunately. No. I mean, I
glasses.
sweat.
You know what, though? You know what's so cool about that, though? Is how many guys at your work and how many guys at my work,
No,
after they saw the testosterone video, they're like, man, you know, I'm feeling those signs. I'm feeling those symptoms. You know, maybe I should get the T levels checked and all that. And I think that's awesome that something funny, something embarrassing got actually men to think, go, oh shit, okay. No, get that checked out.
That's the reason why we talk about it. I mean, we joke about it and stuff like that, but it's a real deal. I mean, you had the issues. And again, not a joke on this, but I mean, that it really is to help other people like think about it. And it's okay to talk about it. Maybe I do have that issue. Maybe I do need to get checked. Maybe, you know, shit. Again, we just like giving you a hard time.
Oh, dude, I love it, man. You kidding me? This is, you guys are my brothers, so this is awesome. I love it.
But that's why that's the reason for this show.
Yeah. And this is exactly what it is.
Being open and honest about things people aren't going to talk about.
Yeah. That's a great thing. So, I mean, you talked about how your kids, change your subject, how your kids are potty training. What about yours, man? How's your daughters doing?
So we got ahead of the curve with Grace at school. You got the school.
Yeah.
We had sat down with her teacher, and she was like a year and a half, 20 months, and she was like, hey, we think she's ready to start getting potty trained. And it happens like in 2 waves when they're this age. And if we hit this wave, she'll be potty trained very early. If we miss it, it might be trouble the second go around, right?
No, that sucks.
And I'm like, you're talking to us about potty training our daughter, and she's not even talking yet, right? So what sign did she give you that she's ready to be potty trained?
Yeah.
So Grace was potty trained before she could speak, actually.
That's amazing.
The kid whisperer. Who is it? Who helped you out over there?
What do you mean?
What teacher?
Miss Melissa.
She's awesome.
Dude, she's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
She's amazing. These teachers, man, they're, and I apologize, viewers. You guys were wondering why we're like, look hot and sweaty. Literally, the day we film right now, our AC breaks. So we're here working our asses off, trying to film a good episode for you guys, and our AC breaks. Yeah. So if you see us sweating and trying to wipe sweat off our face, that's what's going on. You guys wondering what's going on? That's what's going on.
None of us took a Molly.
So, you know, that's what we're So, no, our teachers, man, they're amazing. But, you know, it's, you know, it's funny because you kind of, you want them to succeed. They're, you know, 2, 3 years old, 4 years old. You want them to succeed in school. No, our kids, our teachers. Yeah. And the teachers, they're very, you know, they want your daughter, your kid to succeed in a higher, you know,
for sure.
Like you said, potty training before they speak. And that's great. And some people might be like, nah, I don't agree with that. And that's fine. But, you know, for us, potty training's been tough. I'm not going to lie to you, man. Potty training's been tough. There's days where, like today, we picked her up from school. You know, teacher's like, she did 3 accidents. Okay. Compared to the day before, she had 10.
Oh, man.
You know what I mean?
So and you had a good day.
I'm serious. It's a good day. So when I look at the bags of like H-E-B empty grocery bags filled with her clothes and I pick them up and I only see 3 bags there, I'm like, okay, cool.
That's a win.
That's a win. When I see like a full on, like you just went grocery shopping, you're like, oh man, I'm doing laundry tonight. All right, here we go.
I could always tell when we were walking up if Grace was wearing a green school shirt or a green shorts. I saw it was one of those days.
Yep.
I'm so glad we're past that.
You already know. And I think the hardest part is like during, you know, and during Thanksgiving break, Christmas break, spring break, when we're off of work and, you know, we're trying to watch her and, you know, entertain her and spend time with her. I'm really trying hard potty training. Same with Eliza when she's off with her too. Hey, you got to go potty. She'll tell you, yes, I got to go potty. She sits on the toilet, doesn't do anything. Sometimes she does, sometimes she doesn't. And you're just like, come on, you got to go potty. All done. No, you didn't go potty. Here's the worst part for me is her little potty is in our in our bathroom area. So for the longest time while we're teaching her potty, she was dead at potty. I was like, all right. So I sit down to use the restroom.
Sitting on her little toilet?
I'm sitting on the main toilet.
Yeah, sure you are.
But it's funny because I try to trick her. You know, so I'm in just plain clothes, just regular clothes, and sit on the toilet. Yeah. And she goes, Dad, pants.
They don't work like that.
They don't work. She's smart.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. So I pull down my pants. I sit on the toilet. And she's like, you going potty, Dad? I'm like, yeah, I'm going potty. And now I have to go potty sitting down well, because she doesn't understand, you know, that daddy could go potty stand up.
Yeah.
And so she's sitting down and we're just looking at each other. I'm like, what's up? What's up? And she was like, dad to potty. I'm like, yeah, dad to potty. You potty? Yeah, potty. Okay, good. You done?
So she's sitting on her potty.
She's sitting on her potty. She's looking at me. We're just having this like conversation.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's fun. She just looks at me and sometimes she just looks up and, all right, you know. And she saw mommy and daddy on their phones on the potty because, you know, what else you could get some 2 minutes of phone,
Here
right?
we go.
So now she likes to go and grab her little toy phone and sit on the potty like mom and daddy. And I'm like, oh,
Good
man.
time check.
Yeah, exactly. The right time, exactly. But, you know, it's been a struggle. You know, there's days where she's doing good and she tells us, dad and potty. Okay, let's go potty. All right. And then we went to Galveston, went to Bubba Gumps.
Yeah.
Every 10 minutes, you know, you play this, you know, you're taking turns with your wife. All right, you got this one, I got this one. Okay, all right. So the day before, we were out doing something. I was like, babe, I got it all day. Don't worry. Like, you know, I got it. Unless I'm eating or if, you know, you're eating whatever, you know, you tell me. So Sarah goes, dad at potty. I was like, all right, potty? All right. The bathroom's upstairs. Whoever's been to Bubba Gumps in Galveston on Paradise Pier, bathroom's upstairs.
Pleasure Pier.
Is it Pleasure Pier? Paradise Pier? I don't know. Paradise Pier is from Disneyland. Yeah. Pleasure.
I know you're new to Texas.
Yeah,
I'm just helping you out.
All right.
Thank you. But bathroom's upstairs, right? So she was like, potty. Okay, so I walk her upstairs. Nothing. I think you were in the bathroom with me with Jeffrey.
It was me.
It was you.
I wasn't with Jeffrey. I was with Grace.
Grace. Yeah. And
I think he ran in there with me a few times.
Yeah.
Because I kept going up there.
Dude, it was every 5 minutes, bro.
I thought you were just walking it off or something. I don't know. We're just
5
5 kids at the table. He needs a minute. I didn't know.
it's like calling one to go pee, the next one to go pee, then they both want to go pee.
5-10 minutes.
I know
it
your
blows
pain.
my mind. I'm just like, we just sat down, dad at potty. No.
Yeah.
Like, and then you can't say no because then it makes them like not want to go potty.
Yeah.
But you're like, we just sat down, dad at potty. All right, go back upstairs. Doesn't go potty.
Yeah.
Bring her back downstairs. Sit her down for like 10 more minutes. Dad at potty. You were doing the same exact thing.
I know.
And I'm just
but they
like,
were actually peeing when they went up there.
Yeah, well,
thankfully.
mine wasn't.
I
And was
know,
just like,
because
what in
I've
the
been
world?
there. I've been there so many times with Natalie. It's like, no, I need to go potty. Okay, sit there. Okay, done. You didn't do anything.
You didn't do anything.
No, I'm done. And I'm like,
And then she fights you
Okay.
where you want it. Like, okay, it's time to go potty. No potty.
I know.
Come on, it's time to go potty.
Yeah.
No potty. I'm like, you know what?
And
I
then
like
an accident comes.
accident. Or I tell him like, you know, Dad likes to go potty. It's his only 5 minutes of break for like the day.
Yeah.
You know, like, come on, like you'll enjoy it. No, and it's just
Doesn't work.
it's hard, man. It's
Yeah.
hard. You know, hopefully soon we'll go over this hump. You know, but it is tough. And I feel, and I want to thank you all the teachers that helped Sarah, you know, during the day and aftercare because, man, the patience level that they have for her and the kids.
No doubt.
I could never be that. I can never be that teacher. I'd go crazy. I'd probably quit like day 2. I'd be like,
Especially
no,
with
I'm
other
good.
people's kids.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm
A
One
good.
thing, it's
room
your
of like,
kids.
what is it? What was in class 1? Like 12 at a time?
I don't remember. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
12.
Yeah, I'm just
12,
I'm like,
1 to 3 year olds. Oh
Yeah.
man,
oh man,
madness.
I would go
No.
crazy. I'd be like, no way. Like, if me, all 3 of us were preschool teachers in that class, dude, it would be bad, bro. Like, I'd be on the floor, like kids would just be jumping on me. Pedro would be like, I'm done. I'm done. John would be like, guys.
What would I be doing?
Dang, like,
Yeah.
it'd just be done.
Yeah.
But those teachers are amazing, man. Those
They
teachers
are.
are just
They really are.
What helped with Grace a whole lot potty training, and there's no science behind this. It worked for Grace. We gave her own restroom, right?
Okay.
Of course, she has her upstairs
This
restroom.
dude over here. You know,
baller.
it's not everybody
No.
rolls like this. Dude.
It's
I wear
not even that.
Rolexes when I clean 12 cars. I rent yachts. I do helicopters. You know,
got a Rolex.
and then when my baby girl needs to go potty, I buy
got
her
a-
own bathroom.
It's golden. It's a golden
My
toilet.
man.
It wasn't
Keep
even
going,
that.
baby.
It
I'm
wasn't even
listening.
that. We were just able to dedicate a restroom to her, right?
Yeah, I hear you.
So, you know, we did have that little potty that sat on the ground. It sounded
Oh,
like
that was
maybe what
Grace's?
you have.
Yeah. Wait, what?
That was Grace's potty?
Oh, good God.
Who's were you under the impression?
you use it when you were
Jonathan
up there?
doesn't live there?
That day when I went to watch a game, dude. I thought that was. I was like, all right.
So you use my daughter's restroom?
What is wrong with that dude? What is
I mean,
wrong
I
with
didn't
that
know,
dude?
you know?
So no, I mean, we made it all for her, right? So
Okay.
like we kind of, everything's like a safe space, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And when you get to your restroom, I guess, I have my own restroom. I mean,
Again, with his 20 bathrooms in his house.
in my office as well. Like I have my own restroom, right? So it's just your, little sanctuary, right?
Must be
So
nice.
if you're able to give Sarah, which I've been to
Us
your house,
common folk
you
don't
have
all that.
have an extra restroom you could dedicate to Sarah.
Must be nice.
You probably have an extra restroom.
You see how many people in my house? Extra restroom. Good gosh, I just need somebody not to step on when I walk. Oh, my extra restroom.
Well, we have a smaller household.
Yeah. I hear you.
But if you're able to dedicate a restroom to Sarah, right? Put some of her toys in there.
Yeah.
Put, her own little. Give her that step to get onto the toilet. Maybe get some.
Oh, so you had to
playful-
use a big toilet.
Yes.
Oh,
Because she
okay,
didn't want
okay.
to do that. Because, she
Yeah,
saw her
yeah.
mom use the
Yeah,
regular
that
one.
makes sense.
Why do I want to use that one, right?
Right.
So we got her like the little ladder
That's the
thing.
thing I
and
got
then
to work on next.
sit on it.
Yeah.
And once she like had her restroom in there that like, she knew this was her restroom. If we're going in here, what we're here to do. And it really helped her. I mean, it's not to say she doesn't have accidents. You guys saw a pleasure
Right.
here.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just excitement. She was
Yeah,
like,
it
why
just
would I go to the
happens, man.
restroom
Yeah, it
when I
happens,
can get
yeah.
on a ride right
Yeah.
now? So accidents still happen,
Right.
but yeah, she was potty trained, and I think the restroom and Miss Melissa, thank you, helped a whole lot.
I've looked at
doubt.
those stairs things, man. The only problem is, man, my daughter, she's like me, man. We're clumsy. She'll climb up the stairs and just head first right in the toilet. So that's just
maybe not then.
that's just how she is right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. No, man, speaking like you were saying, you want to thank you, Miss Melissa. I want to thank you all the teachers at our kids' schools because I mean, we couldn't do that. There's no way I could be a teacher, especially a preschool kindergarten teacher. There's no way. So, I mean, thank you so much. Our kids go to a Montessori school. If you guys never heard of that, it's an amazing school. Something to think about for your kids. It's different than any other schools. And it is truly an amazing school that our kids go to. So any teachers out there watching us, you guys have an amazing job. You guys put so much time in. Money out of your own pocket, I can imagine.
doubt.
It's truly an amazing job. So thank you. All of the teachers who are watching us, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Really, I mean, the school that our kids go to is we were blown away when we started there, right? I mean, we had high expectations and they met them and succeeded.
You're doing great.
Whatever. This is my second one already. Right? But no, her Grace's school has become such a topic in our household.
Oh, awesome.
That we have decided we would be doing our daughter an injustice to move and relocate her schools.
Awesome.
So we are actually not going to be moving.
Are you
out of the area,
kidding
guys? We might be moving, but not out of the area.
Yeah, there's a house for sale across the street from mine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, boy.
We will continue out here together.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's what
man.
I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm saying.
So
I mean, when you guys were talking about that, I was like, let's check out.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's sucked.
saying?
I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, come on, man.
And then he didn't really tell me. He
Yeah.
kind of like I overheard something, and he,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't tell you. Like, really, dude? All right, man.
I actually didn't tell anybody.
Whatever.
My wife was talking to his wife, and then he walked up. He was like, "What? You're doing what?" I'm like, "I thought we were keeping this on the low right now. Like, what are we doing?"
Oh, so you're just gonna sneak away?
I know,
Like a
that's what he's
thief in
trying
the
to do.
freaking night.
I was just going to give you a
trying to do.
housewarming invite.
Oh, is that what it? Oh, good.
So that
gosh, this
vacancy on
man.
Facebook we have for a host is we're going to close that out.
I'm going
tonight.
to keep my spot for now. I'm going to keep it for now.
We got the sign made now, dude. You can't go.
Oh, yeah.
That's engraved in metal.
Good luck
So-
finding another Pedro out there.
No,
No, dude, I'm glad you're saying it, bro.
That dude said
I'm glad
Pedro.
you're saying, hell yeah.
Pedro.
Hell yeah. I mean, that's the thing, man. You come to a place. I mean, I've moved around so much times being in the military, and I've lived all over the United States. And you make good friends, and you're like, oh, bro, it's good meeting you. I got to go to another city and state. And you can never build those foundation group of friends.
It's hard.
And when my wife, when we came here for Sarah, and you guys look in our episode I think 5 about Sarah's story, and the reason we came here from San Diego, California, moved to Houston, Texas, is for Sarah's future heart surgeries and things like that. I left all my friends in San Diego, everybody there I knew, and same thing with Eliza. And I remember for the first few months, Eliza was sad. Eliza was like, man, she didn't want to be here. Me, I was like, man, this sucks. Not having friends, not having any people. And all of a sudden I meet you, and then I meet you. And then I meet our other inner circles, you know, Raphael, Warren, you know, Garrett, and
Mateo.
That dude's
you
about
know,
to leave
and
some
these guys
people
are
out.
just, these guys just been amazing guys.
No doubt.
And then their wives all get along with our wives.
Yep.
And it's
We
just
got a good group.
it's
Our
amazing.
wives have gone on like so many outings.
Yeah.
They're going to wine country together. And what have we done?
Me and you went hunting.
We did. Where was he at again?
You know what? Fuck.
Anyways.
Yeah, I know.
As guys, we've got to plan more
We're
together.
planning
doubt.
something.
But
Don't
I'm
worry.
with you. I
We're
like the
planning
inner
something.
circle feelings on the husbands, the wives, the
Yeah.
kids. Everyone gets along.
Dude,
well.
and I love it.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what we're trying to promote in our channel is that, you know, if you guys have friends out there, make sure you spend time with them. Make sure you guys know everything about me. Everything about me. In the next few questions, you guys are going to know a little bit more, you know, and it's just been truly an amazing thing that I know that if I have a problem, if I have something going on in my life, I could come up to you guys and be like, hey, this is what's going on. Something that I would probably be embarrassed telling anybody else about anything and everything.
Dude, you told everybody about your small balls.
You
I don't
know,
know.
I'm
I don't
telling
think
you,
you get embarrassed about much.
There's
at
not
this
much
point.
to hold
You know,
back.
it's
Yeah,
not too
no,
much, but you know, there's all kinds of other
blouse
stuff.
and small
yeah,
balls.
exactly. Yeah.
And crying.
And crying.
Right.
I'm so glad that's fucking shit is done. I'm so glad. So glad. Now it's so funny because now being on testosterone, when Eliza, like, you know, you got your little spouts here and there, you know, as a
Yeah.
couple. And when she does, I just kind of like,
You
uh-huh.
hide your injections?
Oh, that'd be fucked up, dude. That would be fucked
Oh,
up.
man. All right.
Oh man. No, because she knows. She knows if
That
she
was out
did.
of line.
Yeah. No, because she knows if she did that shit,
Oh,
it would actually
man.
be a reverse bad
Oh,
effect
yeah,
on
yeah.
her.
She don't
So-
be dealing with another woman in the house.
Exactly,
Oh, no, thank
exactly.
you.
So
No, thank
it
you.
would be actually bad for her, but damn,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
I should have thought before I said that.
No, I like it. Make sure Ariel doesn't pop holes in your condom though, because that would suck.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
But no, so I mean, it's just truly amazing. Very blessed and very thankful. But you know, but I want to go back to your story that you had. You know, your car journey. I mean, it was a stressful situation.
Yep.
It
Or-
was. It was. Yeah, it was stressful, but it was fun. I feel like you need a
Right.
rebook. You know,
Right.
you need a rebook from that. So
I'm
I have a question.
okay.
Why not fly?
Well, one, when you, yeah, that's what my son did. My son did do that. Well, again, my
Producer Matt,
my
he was
wife's
a
not
smart
only
man.
my
Smart
wife's not
man.
only she gets car sick. She's got a what do they call it? Some ear, plier ear. I forget what it's called. She can't fly. So if she flies, her inner ear will like swell, like, you know, when you get the pressure or whatever. Then it ruins her for a couple days. So she's just down. So it's like, well, and if you're flying and you're staying some for a couple days or a few days, you know, even a week, well, she's down for a couple days. And then you get that again when she flies back, she's down for another couple days. So it just kind of ruins the whole thing. So she struggles
There's
when
nothing to prevent that?
Eliza told her there might be something. I forget what it is. And she's willing to try. She's tried other things before and it just doesn't.
So you guys, when y'all travel, y'all go by car?
Pretty much car, yeah.
interesting.
And I've
Okay.
been literally everywhere. Now, I mean, but the furthest we've been is probably the 20 hours. But before I went wherever. Yeah.
Interesting.
We
Okay.
just drove to Dallas this last weekend, which is 3:30, 3:45.
Mhm.
And I hated it. I'm not gonna lie, like I hated it.
So look, I mean, the thing about it, like you say, stressful and stuff like that. Again,
I think my biggest stress, like you said, the speeding
Yeah.
and trying to avoid cops.
right?
So I don't know if you guys have seen mine or Ariel's vehicle. Right?
Yeah, you got yeah.
We
Mhm.
have 5% tint around the whole car,
Oh dang, yeah.
which
Right.
35 is the limit on the front. And then of course you can have no tint on your front window.
Right.
We have 20%, right?
Mm.
So we're like a walking ticket
Yeah.
or a driving ticket.
Right.
So every time we were coming up to a notification that there was a cop spotted up
You're
there,
rolling down.
we're
your
doing
window.
70 on the road
Rolling
with
down
our
the
windows
window.
down. And that just,
It's
it
raining.
takes the fun out of it. It's just not fun, you know?
No,
Because
I know.
you're constantly paranoid of, okay, here's going to be the time I get the ticket. And I'm running out of excuses to give these cops and they keep asking me, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, I think that's what makes it most stressful. So
Right, and that's why I
Still
won't
got your
roll like that.
stolen
It's
Rolex.
not worth it to me. Well, things like that, it's not worth it. That's why I wouldn't even go that route because I mean I don't want to stress about things. You know, I don't
No.
like stressing.
No,
you know, I don't
me
have to
either.
worry about things.
No.
I just roll.
No.
You know, even I do speed, but I mean, it is what
It
it
is
is.
what it
It's
is.
not too bad, but I don't know,
Right.
man. I like it. I don't.
20 hours is a time.
Yeah, 20 hours
Look,
is a drive.
so normally when we used to ride, we used to do I'm not much of a music guy. Not really. She is. You know, she loves music. She loves all different kind of music. I'm just really big into music. And I don't really, I'll listen to music, but I'm more of like, you know, give me a book or give me, you know, like audio book or give me like a sports talk, something like that right now. I'm fine with it. So when we started, you know, our mutual thing was we'd start listening to books, and that's what we do. I'm gonna tell you now though, this 40-hour ride, didn't listen to one book.
You listen to our podcast?
No, we just talked. We literally talked for, I mean, that was most of the thing. We would talk or she would listen to music or I'd listen to music or whatever. But for the most time, I mean, we literally just enjoyed each other's company. And that's why, that's really why, you know, I love my wife. I mean, because we really get along for 40 hours in a freaking car stuck together with,
that's crazy.
with kids who want to pee every freaking 5 minutes.
That's awesome, dude.
I mean, it's just like, I can't ask for anything better than that.
That was a special box of cereal.
Exactly.
No doubt.
That's a very special box.
Special K.
Special K.
My man, I love it. Give me some of that. All right. I like
that's
that.
actually good. I just thought
that was
that's
good.
actually really good.
Jaxson took a minute, but he's like, wait, I don't get it.
That's really good.
No,
you know what, though? Speaking of stressful situations, I mean, yeah, you're right. That doesn't sound as stressed. You know what I mean? But we have a good viewer question.
Okay.
And here's what blows my mind is the viewer that gave us this viewer question and our viewers that, I mean, you check the analytics and we have viewers all over the United States.
Right.
A lot of our viewer questions come from the United States mostly. This one, though, came from Serbia in Southeast Europe. All right. So this is the viewer question. How do you push through difficult situations in life? Do you have any advice or strategies that help you stay positive and optimistic? This is from Nicola from Serbia, Southeast Nicola from Serbia, Southeast Europe. I mean, that's a good question, and from a viewer that's hours and hours away. So
first off, we thank you for watching.
Amazing.
No doubt.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
I don't know how our algorithm crossed you, but we're thankful.
Seriously,
we're thankful for you.
He must be on low T. we appreciate you.
We can't insult our viewers.
Well, I mean, that's not insulting. I mean, hey, you know, men have problems too.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad I got my fix. Make sure you get yours fixed. So,
I mean, no. So yeah, no. Again, kind of like 40 hours in a car with anybody and kids. It can be stressful. It really can. Any situation like that can be tough. But it's your mindset that makes it tough, right? I mean, if you're like, okay, good, gosh, the kid just peed again, or, well, you know, just whatever it may be, or just getting tired of being freaking in the car, right? And you want to get out, or whatever it may be, that I could have made that a really bad situation, right? I mean, just a tough situation. But it's your mindset. It's the way you look at it, way you approach that, you know. And again, I learned to approach that, like I told you a long time ago when I first started doing my, 8 hours from here to Florida. It was a rush, stress, tired, hated it. And then I just learned to just enjoy the freaking journey, whatever it may be. And it may not be exactly where you want to be because you're looking down there and say, that's where I want to be. Enjoy where you're at, because majority of your life, you're going to be on that freaking road going somewhere. You're not going to be that paradise spot that you're hoping to be at one point, where if it's your job or if it's your partner you're with and you're struggling and it's like, I remember when we were happy. I remember when, she was all that. But you know what? You're probably going to be in those struggles majority of your time, unless you turn your mindset around and start thinking more of a positive mindset of like, you know what? All right with that. It doesn't piss me off. Who freaking cares? That don't let it bug you. It is what it is. You can only control, certain things. And again, I'm a Christian man. So, I mean, what I can't control, I put it in his hands. Mm-hmm. And that's how I roll. I mean, that's seriously what I do.
Nope.
If I can't, if something horrible happens and I'm going, okay, I literally can't change any of that. It is, well, I mean, I can have a bad attitude and just make the situation worse, or I can have a good attitude and just deal with whatever it is.
Right.
I mean, that's a good way to, I mean, that's how I handle tough situations. And I mean, just staying positive again, it's just a mindset thing. And I haven't always been the most positive person. I always thought I was. I'll speak to it at some point in one of our podcasts when I went through depression and all that other stuff, and where I couldn't get out, when I couldn't be positive. I mean, I just literally was miserable all the time. but when I finally became positive, it was going through hearing other motivational people. You know, people talk about their troubles, your things, and that's the whole point of this freaking show too.
Exactly.
Is to get out there and be open, you know, with everybody, and you know, tell everybody about our struggles and how we got through them and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, listening to the people talking, you know, listening to a laugh, you know, other people laugh, you know, other people's struggles, how they, you know, how they move from those struggles, where they at now. That helped me out a lot, and that helped me get more, you know, a positive attitude. And since I've been out of that rut, I've never been back in it. So thank God. I appreciate him for that. So yeah, that's my spill on it.
So to get through tough times, I have two questions, right? That I ask myself, which is why and who, right?
Okay.
So my why is, why am I doing this? Like, why am I putting myself through this? Because I'm not gonna lie, as far as home goes, I have a pretty stress-free life, right? I enjoy homes. Homes are my safe space. That's where it all comes together, and that's why you deal with the stresses, to have that home, right? That safe space. Right. So my stresses come from business, right? Yeah. I'm dealing with car customers on a daily basis, some that bought yesterday, some that bought 3 years ago, some that are trying to buy tomorrow. I'm dealing with, you know, the tenants, people that have moved in, people that have moved out, everything that goes with that. And no part of that is easy, right?
Oh, no doubt.
And we had mentioned, me and you had spoken about, all three of us, when I said, like, there is no delegation on certain things, right? When there are things I can delegate, but when an answer is needed, when we need a solution, everyone turns to me to make that decision.
For sure.
So that's where my stresses come from. So my why that I applied to is, why did I start this? When I started and I took this journey and I went down this route, why was I doing that? And it was to have
an extra bathroom for your daughter. I got you.
Amongst other things, right?
Right. Yeah, I got you.
It was to have a stress-free home life.
Yeah,
you know,
no doubt.
I read years and years and years ago, the number one cause in divorces is finances.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
More than infidelity, more than just anything else that comes up, it's finances, right? So I do work hard. I do stress a lot. I do deal with a lot. There's always a lot on my plate, day in and day out. And I know that I'm doing that so I can go home to a safe space. I go home to a happy space. No matter what I dealt with today, that doesn't matter at home. Yeah. And I don't pat myself on the back often, but I will here, right? I appreciate it. It doesn't matter what I dealt with at work today in the world. The moment I walk in my back door, my daughter and my wife have no idea.
Yeah.
They just assume it was another good day. And that I had to work very hard to do that. And that is my why. Yeah. Which leads me into the who. Who are you doing this for? Who are you dealing with all these things for? Like, you're doing this for why and for who. And it's for those two people that are waiting on me when I get home every night.
Right.
And the excitement that there is to see me when I get there, the love and appreciation for all that I do, it makes those tough times just a little more bearable. Okay. Just you got to get to the other side. You got to get to it, and you got to get through it. And I'm a Christian man myself, and I feel that he doesn't give you anything that you're not capable of dealing with.
That's right.
So if you feel like you had a lot on your plate today, he felt you were strong enough to take it on.
There you go. I like that.
No, I love your guys' answers. You know, those are perfect answers.
Hold real quick. Baby, I'm going to get another job. I promise you. I love you. Don't leave me. Go on. We don't all roll like Pedro.
Oh,
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt that important thing there.
That's why I'm sweating and y'all aren't.
Yeah, exactly. My man putting in those hours.
Wasn't stressful.
Making that money.
You know, no, I mean, you know, I love you guys' answers. One answer that I think of, you know, because I don't want to copy your guys' answers, because the answer's exactly what I would do as well, you know, is family and friends. When you're going through a hard time, when you're going through a difficult situation in life, as I went through with Sarah in episode 5,
yeah, for sure.
Probably the most challenging, hardest part of my life. We had family that actually came and helped us. And one of the huge benefits of that is not they just helped us around the house. but they helped us mentally as well. Eliza's mom, she came over right when Sarah came home from the hospital, and she stayed with us for a while. And she's the one that had she had the idea of making the whiteboard in the living room, what time the medicines were going. And she was on a lot of medicines, what time we had to feed her. I mean, it was like a ER in our living room. And it was all Eliza's mom that built that, you know, and she helped us through everything. She helped us watch her. She helped us, hey, go get some sleep. You know, we knocked out a few hours of sleep here and there, helped us feed her. I mean, without her, I don't think we would be able to do it mentally when we took her home.
No doubt,
because
yeah.
right when you took her home, it was literally a binder this thick that the hospital gave us and said, okay, here you go. This is how to take care of your daughter. And you're just like, okay, thanks. You know, and it was her that our minds are already just dealing with, you know, a traumatic event. And now we got to take care of our daughter at home with no doctors and nurses.
Right.
So having her come over and helping us, saying, okay, take a minute. Let's figure this out. Let's get everything in order. How we could take care of Sarah. We couldn't do without her. So thank you so much for that, because I think family and friends are huge, important when you're living through a traumatic event.
Oh, for sure.
But, you know, I think of another story where sometimes, like you said, you know, a traumatic event or a difficult situation, yeah, it's sometimes temporary. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's permanent. There was a gentleman, when I was a bouncer at Whiskey Girl in San Diego. Shout out to Whiskey Girl if you guys are ever in San Diego. Best drinks, best food.
As much as I hear about it, I'm trying to come by
I mean, if
Whiskey
you're
Girl.
ever
Like,
to
I'm
San
trying to see what
Diego,
it's about.
It's just an amazing place in San Diego. Gaslamp Quarter, amazing place. But I worked there for a few years as a side hustle, being a bouncer. That's so much fun doing that. One thing that's very cool as a bouncer at a club is that you have a lot of power. You could bring in people you want. You could bring in anybody you want. They don't have to pay cover. They don't have to wait in line. You get a little power being a bouncer, and it's really cool.
I bet he took advantage of that.
Yeah,
I
you
took
know he
advantage of
did.
that huge. But it's so funny because you actually get to help people. And I think that's the biggest thing. I like to help people. Anybody that was in the armed services, you could tell that just came out of boot camp. You know, one little ribbon here, walking down with his street with his girl. I'm like, bro, come here, man. Like, I got you, man. I got you. You know,
Nice.
and they're having the time of their life. So I would use it in a lot of in my advantage to help other people that I felt like deserved it or needed it. You know,
Right.
there was one night where a gentleman in a wheelchair was having this wheelchair down, little electric wheelchair down the sidewalk of the Gaslamp Quarter. Now on a Friday and Saturday night in the Gaslamp Quarter in downtown San Diego is packed with people. So having a wheelchair, trying to navigate through people, it's difficult. You know, you might be running over people, you might be hitting people on accident, and you're not realizing it. So I'm standing in front of the bar and I'm looking, and I could see a gentleman trying to get over in a wheelchair, and I'm looking, and he accidentally runs over or hits a few guys on accident. I mean, you can't predict that stuff. You can't control that stuff. And if someone ran over me in a wheelchair, no big deal. Like, it happens, especially in a crowded street. Like, who cares, you know? But these two guys took it personal and started calling him names. And that got my attention because the sound started getting higher. And I'm already hearing beating music in the background. So the sound got really high, where I'm looking and I'm going, okay, what's going on? When I look, and these two guys are pretty much like cussing and like yelling at this guy in a wheelchair. Well, as the crowd kind of dispersed, I can see the guy sitting in the wheelchair. No arms, no torso, no legs, just torso and head.
Oh, wow.
That's it.
Okay.
And I've never seen anything like this before. I've seen guys with no legs, especially veterans and things like that, or no arms, stuff like that. I've never seen this before. And I was like, whoa, okay. And he controlled his wheelchair by putting his mouth on a stick and controlling it that way. He could talk, everything was fine. But I kind of I walked up to him and I'm like, what's going on, man? And they saw me, they saw my build, you know, and they kind of stopped, they kind of controlled themselves and walked away. Where I could tell by his face, he was very just frustrated about that. Very sad, very you know, you could tell. And so he kind of came down the bar. I'm like, you okay, man? He's like, yeah, I'm okay. You know, he's like, I'm used to it. He kind of joked around about it. You know that saying, there's always truth in jest?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
So and he goes, and he kind of looked at me, he goes, is this where you work out? I said, yeah, I'm just, working here as a bouncer. And he goes, okay, cool. And he kind of looked, he kind of stopped and looked inside, and you see women dancing, people dancing, having a good time, club music going. So you want to come in, man? And he looked at the long line and he goes, no, it's okay. I'm like, bro, you don't have to wait a line, bro. I got you.
Nice.
And he looked in the middle and then the place is packed with people dancing. So And I said, well, he goes, and he kind of looked and you could see the thoughts going through his head. And I could see that thoughts going through his head. And I'm like, bro, don't worry, bro. I got you. So I took another security guard with flashlights. We literally made a hole through that dance floor.
Nice.
Got him all the way to the bar. Told the bartender, I'm like, dude, do me a favor, put him onto my tab, and just hooked him up all night. Found a couple ladies at the bar, introduced them, and he just had the time of his life. I went back to the front door, and he just had a great time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hours later, he came out. I think he came out with one of the honeys. I'm not too sure.
My man.
And, left the bar. He had a great time. You could see a big old smile on his face.
Awesome.
It wasn't until months later after that, because I don't know why, that just always resonated with me. That always helped me because it thought in my head, because I'm going, you have this guy that, did his difficult challenges every day.
Oh, yeah.
He can't, live a normal life like we do.
Right.
So, I mean, how does he survive? How does he live? So all of a sudden I'm sitting back, I'm, watching the 10 o'clock news in San Diego at night. And all of a sudden he's on the news. And I'm like, son of a gun, that's him.
I know that dude.
I know that dude.
Yeah.
What in the world? So what he was, I'm going to give a shout out, Rob Bendis, 2019 ESPY winner from ESPN.
Oh, wow.
He's a high school football coach.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
High school football
Ain't
coach.
nothing slowing that dude down.
You're not. So you took a guy who was probably most likely born like that.
Yeah.
And had that mentality, was like, yeah, I may not have no legs, no arms, but nothing is going to stop me.
Yeah, there it
I may
is.
have a difficult challenge and a difficult situation in life.
Right.
But nothing's going to stop me from fulfilling what I want to do. You played high school and football, football in high school. Could you picture a coach coaching your team, knowing coaches in football? I never played high school football, but you did, with no arms, no legs.
That's like
You
could take that as just a different side of motivation.
Right.
No
Make you wanna
doubt.
go
No
play
doubt.
quite
That's
a bit
true.
harder.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. So it's like he took something that was a challenge for him and pretty much gave the world a middle finger in a way
No
and
doubt.
said, I'm going to keep going and obtain my goal.
Yeah.
And somehow or another, he won tons of games with his coaching. He won, championships, and he won the, 2019 ESPY award winner.
That's awesome.
So it's like, I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And I feel like when we have difficult situations and challenges that come in our life, we think in our head, this is going to destroy me. This is going to hurt me. This is going to destroy me. This is going to, just drop me to my knees and drop me to my face in the ground. But we have to think about, actually, how can this fix me?
Right.
How can this motivate me?
Right.
How can this motivate me to be a better person? How can this just change my mindset and my mentality where it's like, you know what? Yeah, the world may have tried to drop me and try to just treat me like dirt and just put my face to the ground. But I'm going to give the world my middle finger and let's go. Let's keep going.
That's one way to look at it.
Let's
Yeah,
keep
for sure.
going.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And there's so many guys out there. You see it all the time, on ESPN, on the Olympics and the Paralympics, no arms, no legs, swimming, hiking, running, doing Spartan races. When you were running your marathon, your Houston Exxon marathon, you were telling me blind guys were running a marathon. I mean, you took a challenge that these guys cannot see and go, screw that. I'm gonna do my
do it
best.
anyway.
And
I'm
they
gonna
just
do it
minimize
anyways.
your struggle so much. when
Yeah,
you think
no doubt,
about it.
right?
And if you guys are watching us and you may have a disability or you may have something that you're struggling with where the world has just taken your face and put it to the floor and you're feeling like everything's just done. Everything is just, I have a difficult situation in my life, no matter what it is, if it's relationship, if it's finances, if it's, a disability, if it's anything. I can tell you right now, you're not done. You're not. You have to change that mindset in your mind and go, you know what? This is actually going to make me a better person. I don't know how, but I'm going to get myself up. I'm going to stand up and I'm going to fight back and change whatever took me down and just keep going. Because the best revenge on when life hits you with a difficult situation is fighting back and showing, whatever hits you in the world, I'm going to come back stronger and better than ever. And I think that's the biggest thing that I've had faced with my difficult situations is that I'm going to keep coming back harder. I'm going to keep coming back stronger. And is it hard? Heck yes. Like I told you guys before, my right foot hurts every single day. And I'm excited for that Spartan race we're doing. I'm training every single day. And I'm excited, but I know
You too.
No doubt.
That, oh, by the end of the day, dude, I'm going to be in pain. But I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to be dragging my foot to that finish line. I do not care because I'm going to keep going. My mindset, your mind is bigger than you think. It really is. So a lot of people think, like when we're talking about going to the gym, you know, working out is 90% mental, 10% physical, because you got to push yourself to go to the gym. Once you're at the gym, you're like, all right, I'm here. Let's go. You know? So anytime you deal with a difficult situation, with everything that I've been through, I just had to keep telling my mind, like, all right, I'm down in the gutter. I'm down in the dirt. I'm going through this. I'm going through that. All right, let's go. Let's go. You know, I know it's only temporary. And sometimes it's not temporary. Sometimes it's permanent.
Right.
But I'm going to change that mindset. I'm not going to have this ability or this, you know, whatever's going through my life situation change me permanently.
Right.
It's going to change me permanently, but in a good way.
Right.
You know, and I'm going to keep fighting through it. And you have to just put mind over matter when it comes to that. And every single man that's watching that, you can. You really can. And we're here. We believe in you guys. We're your friends. We're here, you know, and we're supporting you through everything you guys are going through in life. Because, man, life is going to take you down. Life is going to tear you up. But if you keep going stronger than ever and you keep fighting against that, I'll tell you what, you can fight against anything. Anytime, anything that challenges you, anything that brings you down, trust me, they tried with me many times. And I keep winning. I keep winning. I keep winning. Because I know this is only temporary. And if it's permanent, you know, like my own medical, you know, disabilities, I'm going to be like, you know, I'm going to show you my medical disabilities. I'm going to keep going. So, guys, thank you so much for the question, Nicola. Hopefully that answered a little bit. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the viewers and subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to us, please subscribe. That helps us out, moves us up with YouTube, and you know, moves our channel and circulation more for all of you guys to watch that, you know, want to watch us and to see what we're all about. So we have Jonathan over here. We have Pedro. I'm Jason. Thank you so much, guys, for watching us. See you next week.
Appreciate it.